will mainly discuss about the cell adaptation. Cell adaptation is nothing but adjustment of your cell to the external environment so that it can stay alive. Your cell tries to adjust to the environmental condition, changes whatever are happening, but when it loses its capacity to adjust to the surrounding or control whatever is happening outside, it will lead to the death of the cells. So this is nothing but the cellular adaptation, how your cell adapts to the changes happening in the environment. We will mainly discuss the three things, that is atrophy, hypertrophy and hyperplasia. So what is this atrophy? Atrophy is nothing but the decrease in the cell size. The cell size decreases. If the cell size decreases, the tissue size will also decrease simultaneously. And if the tissue size goes on decreasing, at last it will lead to decrease in the organ size. So this is called as atrophy. Atrophy mainly it is seen in poor nutrition condition. When there is lack of nutrition, this atrophy condition can be seen. Second thing is it can be seen in case of lack of exercise condition. Third thing, it is seen in case of less blood supply areas. Next is it is seen in case of the loss of control by your nervous or any of the hormones. When there is loss of control, you can see this condition. At last, you can see this condition in case of deceased people. Okay, who are having intrinsic disease conditions, this can be seen. So this is what about atrophy. Atrophy are of two types. One is physiological atrophy. Second is pathological atrophy. Physiological atrophy, here example is atrophy in case of thymus in the children and tonsils in case of adults. How the size decreases when it is in childhood and it is in adolescence. Second is pathological atrophy. Pathological atrophy is mainly due to disease and commonly seen in case of skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, sex organs as well as the brain. Okay, is the hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is nothing but increase in the cell size. This, when it increases in the cell size, automatically the tissue size will increase and the organ size will be enlarged. Hypertrophy, mainly it is classified into three types. One is physiological hypertrophy. Physiological hypertrophy is seen in case of those who exercise regularly. Due to the exercise, their skeletal muscle increases as well as ventricle size increases. So it is divided into two types, that is muscular hypertrophy and another one is the ventricular hypertrophy. Muscular hypertrophy is nothing but increase in the bulk of your skeletal muscles. This is mainly due to the exercise conditions. And next is the ventricular hypertrophy. Ventricular hypertrophy is nothing but increase in the size of the ventricles part of your heart. Okay, this is actually advantageous in case of if it happens due to the exercise. So this is two types of hypertrophy. Next type is pathological hypertrophy. This pathological hypertrophy we say because this hypertrophy happens due to pathological conditions. That means any of the disease condition will lead to increase in the cell size, organ size or tissue size. Okay. So here example we can take is hypertrophy due to the high blood pressure. When there is high blood pressure, your ventricle part of the heart will be having more workload. It has to work more. So we say it as ventricular hypertrophy in case of pathological conditions. Third type of hypertrophy is compensatory hypertrophy. In this compensatory hypertrophy, the hypertrophy is seen due to in order to compensate the dysfunction or loss of some other organ of the same type. Okay, in order to maintain that functioning, it will increase in the size. Example is when you have two kidneys, right? So in that one kidney, if it damages, the other kidney size will increase in order to compensate or to adjust the workload on it. Okay, and the second thing is the muscle strength of one arm will be increased when there is loss or dysfunction of your other arm. So this is what about compensatory hypertrophy. So this was all about the atrophy and the hypertrophy conditions in case of cellular adaptation. Hyperplasia is nothing but increase in the number of the cells. Okay, due to the rapid cell division, that is mitosis, there is increase in the number of the cells. There are three types in this. One is physiological hyperplasia, second one is the pathological hyperplasia, and third one is the compensatory hyperplasia. In case of physiological hyperplasia, you can see that in case of example, if I give, in case of proliferative phase of the menstrual cycle, in that you can see the endometrium cells will increase in the number in the uterus wall. Okay, so this is nothing but the physiological hyperplasia. Next is the compensatory hyperplasia. This compensatory hyperplasia, there is increase in the number of the cells mainly due to replace the damaged cells. This you can mainly find in case of liver. When a part of a liver is removed, okay, the cells will multiply itself. That means mitosis occurs and it will replace the damaged cells. And another example for this is your epidermal cells as well as the cells in the intestine. They also will increase in the number of size and it will lead to hyperplasia condition in order to compensate the or in order to adjust the activities of the damaged cells. It will replace those damaged cells and carry out the normal functioning. Next is the pathological hyperplasia. This pathological hyperplasia, here there is increase in the number of the cells due to abnormal hormone secretion or over hormone secretions. This is also called as hormonal hyperplasia. So example for this is the gigantism. In this disease, what happens is that there is over secretion of growth hormone, due to which there is increase in the person's height. The person grows very height, and due to increase in the number of cells, there is overgrowth of the person. So this is what the example for the pathological hyperplasia. This was all about the atrophy, hypertrophy and hyperplasia. In the next videos we will learn other type of the cell adaptation. Thank you for watching.